Hi everyone, and welcome to Abstract Techniques Revealed. My name is Gino Savarino, and today we are creating this beautiful piece that I like to call Fashionista. It measures 48 inches by 36 inches. It's full of texture, color, and lots of excitement. So let's get started at home, follow through, and hopefully you will create your own masterpiece. All right, the first thing we're going to do is texturize our canvas, which is already primed. And what I'd like to use, spread it to our canvas randomly. Let's say, for instance, you don't like the way a certain line came out, you smooth it out and you start over again. And then you can go opposite direction. Then you got whatever you have left over, use it elsewhere. So we're going to stir it up a bit. It's just a quick coat, nothing fancy. But we do want to cover most of the canvas. My primer is dried and I'm ready to start my painting. But before I do so, I want to discuss some of the brushes and paints that I like to use when creating these large abstract paintings. But this is perfect because it has a lid. You close it up when you're done with your painting and your paints remain nice and wet and ready for the next day. So without further ado, let's begin. I am going to start randomly applying paint to my canvas. There's no rhyme or reason behind what I'm doing. I'm just applying paint any which ways. That's when we start adding our elements of excitement, which I like to call. And you'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later on. I do want to discuss a little bit about the rules of art when it comes to painting abstract. The rules are, there aren't no rules. In my opinion, do what you feel comfortable with and you'll have a successful painting every time. I'm always mixing my colors within the canvas. The canvas is my palette. The beauty of working with acrylics is just that if you're not happy with the way a section or the entire painting turns out, you can go right over it and paint something new. Any excess paint from this side, I can drag it here if I want, pick up some of this blue and add it here. And just press against a section that I feel could use a little bit more pizzazz. And in that case, it's going to be right here. And it's between two colors. My favorite, all-time favorite tool to use. I get lots of questions of how I make my curved lines, my random lines throughout my paintings. Well, here's the secret. What is that? Who knows? Nobody knows, but it adds interest and it acts as a huge focal point to the piece. And now you got the viewer looking every direction because no matter where you look in the canvas, you have points of interest. Now, I do suggest once in a while taking a step back, look at your painting, and if you feel that it's complete, you're done. Because I do believe there is such a thing as overworking it, where the painting becomes so busy that you're not going to be happy with the end result. In my case, I say I'm done. I stepped away. I looked at it. I'm not adding any more to it. The only thing I'm going to do is let it dry, come back and paint the edges black for a nice finished look, varnish it, and sign it. Done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of creating this piece. Hopefully you'll be happy with the way your line, form, color, and texture turned out. And I would love to see pictures of your painting. So feel free to email them to me. All right? Thank you, and I'll see you next time.